Yo, still bills. What's the deal, man? I'm heading to work, and I'm hoping it's a quick day. It's gloomy, it's rainy out here. It's Friday, and it's cold. Honestly, it's about 50-something degrees, man. I think it's gonna hit like 60, but it's chilly as shit. I had to turn the AC down in my crib. Kick the heat up just a little bit, man. It's chilling here. My hands is cold, man. But peep game, man. We got to get into this shit, man, because I'm really I'm very much so irritated about this because I think it's bullshit, man. This whole situation, goddamn, I know you gonna get over it. This whole situation with Shakur Stevenson, man, is bogus. It's utter bullshit. And I think that it's a travesty that this dude is being treated this way. Now, granted, I understand, you should definitely be reprimanded. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be reprimanded. I'm not saying that he should be exempt from any sort of disciplinary action. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, how the fuck does Oscar Valdez pop dirty and not only get to fight the same opponent? They're fighting the same opponent. I don't know what the fuck is going on and why they keep, why it's like this with this particular opponent. But I think it's fucked up how they get to keep he got the fight, and not only did he get the fight, but he got to keep his belt. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson blows weight by a pound and some change. He has 2 hours to make the weight. Can't do it or whatever the case may be. All right, it's consequences for that. I get that. Fine him. But y'all would strip him, and not only strip him, but his first fight at 135 pounds, it wouldn't even be able to be for a title. He's not even a mandatory at this point in time. He's not even a contender at this. Well, he's always gonna be a contender, but he's not even a mandatory at this time. That is fucked up. That's OD. Now, I don't know. I don't follow the guidelines and the stipulations of these sanctioning bodies and shit like that. I don't, because when you should, so you're not caught off guard like the way that I am. And when you follow them, like you said, you're not caught off guard, but that also exposes you to the inner workings and the type of bullshit that they be on, the little loopholes that they find to manipulate the ranking systems and the rules and regulations and the guidelines. I think that's where I begin to get irritated at, because that also speaks to the business aspect of the whole ordeal. I'm not business savvy. Business has proven a lot of times it gets in the way of progress, and not necessarily progress, but just the purity of whatever it is that we are enjoying. It gets in the way of it because it's a business. It always reverts back to it's a business and not what we want to see. You dig? I'm actually having a dialogue on Facebook about whether or not ghostwriters should be admitted into hip-hop, because I feel like they shouldn't be, and I might do a video on that, but I feel like they shouldn't be because it goes against the fabric in which the culture was created on. It goes against that. But because it's a business now, it's more of a it's perceived as it's a multi-billion-dollar business, so it's forgotten. It's culture, the cultural aspect of this entity that black people have created is an afterthought. It's about continuing to get this money. So how do you get this money? Somebody who's writing a song may not have a certain look, so we'll give it to somebody with like a Drake. Drake has the look. All that superficial bullshit to get us further and further away from the culture. I'm gonna do a video on that as well, man. Because come on, my nigga, really? God damn. But my point is, when business gets interjected into the scenario, oh my Lord. When business gets interjected into the scenario, you get further and further away from the whatever it is that you're enjoying. You get further and further away from the skill set and the appreciation of the box, not just anything. You get further and further away of the appreciation of whatever it is you're trying to enjoy. In my case, I don't want to talk about the business aspect of boxing. I'm not getting none of the money that I'm not getting none of the purse that they're receiving. I'm not getting none of that. Only thing I can do is watch out what's going on in training camp and watch out what transpires in the ring. That's the only thing that I can do. I'll get into some of the storyline of what's being said in the tabloids or whatever, or in boxing media, you know, I'll do that. But in situations like this where, you know, it bothers me. Like, that's why I don't make it my business to learn the rules and regulations and guidelines of these sanctioning bodies. Because I think that's utter bullshit. How the fuck does Oscar Valdez get to fight and keep his strap? Make a title defense. After he popped dirty, to my knowledge, testing positive for a PED that should usurp whatever punishment you're trying to put on a fighter for blowing the weight. He was a pound and change overweight. Oscar Valdez was found with, I don't know what was in that tea that he drank, but he popped dirty. And he still got to keep his belts. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That is bullshit. If there's ever a time motherfuckers want to speak on racial politics or whatever the case may be, this is one of them times. This is one of them times, because that's fishy to me. That's real fishy to me in funny style. That's real fishy and funny style. How the fuck does somebody be allowed to keep their belts after popping dirty, but a unified world champion not only gets stripped, but can't even compete for a belt at the next division that he jumps up to? Wow. Something is just funny style about that. Something is funny style about that. Because, you know, usually when people, you know, they blow the weight or whatever, they can't make the weight comfortably. So I'm gonna just move up and continue my career up there. But he gets, he's still being vilified for blowing the weight in a whole new division where you're supposed to start with a clean slate. What kind of shit is that? So like I said, I'm not privy on, you know, I'm gonna watch videos of people who know and have a better understanding of the sanctioning bodies and the rules and regulations, because each sanctioning body has a different set of guidelines that that their fighters abide by. They have a different set of guidelines that each of their fighters abide by. But I just think that is extremely unfair to this young man. I think that's extremely unfair that you know, strip him for one title. But that same belt that he took from Oscar, there should be little ramifications for doing what it is that he did. I think did he win the I forget, I don't know if he won the WBC from Oscar, or what, if it was I forget which belt he won from Oscar. But he should be fined, strip him for the other belt, but fine him for that belt that he won from Oscar Valdez. Especially when Oscar Valdez popped dirty and got to still keep his belts. Testing positive for PED use is far worse than blowing the weight by a pound and some change. I'm sure Robson could just simply, hey, yo, man, just throw him an extra 100,000, throw him 200,000, throw him 300,000, and let's get this fight over the line. But y'all would strip this young man. That is bullshit to me, man. That is bogus. That shit is whack as fuck. How you like? Words can't describe how irritated I am about that, man. And people, oh, well, it's the rules. It is the rules, yeah. But what rules? It's also the rules to strip your opponent when he pops dirty for a fucking. When he pops dirty, he's supposed to be punished and reprimanded for that, man. And Oscar didn't get that. Oscar did not get that. Oscar got to fight for his belt and fight. Billy Joe Saunders, when he popped dirty with Andre, the fight was canceled. Why is it that Oscar got to fight for his, got to fight? He got paid for that. And didn't have to forfeit his belt. But Shakur has to forfeit both of his straps, man. That shit is just unfair to me, man. I don't like that. I don't like that shit at all. Strip him from one belt, but let him keep the belt that he won with Oscar. This is bullshit, man. This is bullshit. Motherfuckers pick and choose when they want to get overtly critical with the punishment. Be fair. Be fair. And now not only are y'all punishing him for his actions at 130 pounds, but y'all are about to punish him for his actions at 135 pounds for what he did at 130 pounds. That is bullshit. He can't compete for a belt at 135 pounds with a clean slate because of what he did at 130. That is bullshit. That's bullshit. Dig now, you know, the shoe is never good when it's on. It never feels good when it's on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta wear that after you done talked all that shit about, oh man, you blowing weight and yada yada yada. It doesn't feel good. This is why I'm not excusing his behavior. It's very unprofessional. It's very unprofessional. You have to fight at that weight you have to fight at that weight limit of that division. You have to. You have no other choice. So yeah, I'm not saying sweep it under the rug. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. All I am saying is keep the same fucking energy. Find him. Find him. Give some of his purse away to Robson. He's gonna make that back in his next fight. It is what it is. That is your punishment for not abiding by the rules. That is your punishment for being undisciplined. He probably ate some candy or whatever before the weigh-ins or whatever the case, maybe before the fight went down. I don't know. I'm not sure. But find him for that. But to strip him, that is unfair to me, man. Like, that shit is fucked up. That's fucked up. And not only do y'all strip him, y'all reprimand him from when he moves up to the next division of fighting for a title shot in his. He fought for a title in his introduction into 130. He can't do that now going into 135, even though they more than likely wouldn't do that because that's a fight that they would try to build with the champion up there. If he decided to jump up and fight Haney, they're gonna build that fight. They're gonna build that fight. If Loma beats Ortiz and Haney beats goddamn George Kambosos and they fight, and Loma gets to wear the crowd of undisputed, you better believe they're gonna build the fight with him and Shakur Stevenson. You better believe that. You better believe that. So I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that. But if that's a fight that he wanted straight off the rip, I want that fight right there. That's fucked up that he's being reprimanded and stopped from doing that. Because of what he did at 30, not 35. That's some bullshit how they doing that little nigga, man. That's bogus. That is bogus. I wouldn't be mad if everybody got this type of treatment. I wouldn't be mad at all. But it's always going to come back to Oscar Valdez. He got the pop dirty. He popped dirty and got to fight and keep his belt. For popping dirty. Not blowing the weight. Not blowing the weight. By a pound. He got popped for an illegal substance that can enhance the already skill set that you have at your disposal. He got popped for that. And he was not punished for it. To my knowledge. I don't know if he paid Robson or not. I'm not sure. But Shakur Stevenson gets stripped for both titles and he can't even compete for a belt his first fight into the division. That's grimy. That's bogus. That's bullshit. That's whatever the fuck you want to call it, how they doing that nigga, man. So keep your head up, Shakur, man. You gonna be a pound for pound great sooner than later. We dig. A lot sooner than later, especially if you go up there and you make your mark at 135 pounds. If you look anything like you did at 30, at 35, you're going to be on the official top 5 pound for pound list sooner than later, man. So That's pretty much all I got to say about it, man. I'm going in here to finish this short day, man. I'll get with y'all later. Deuces.